Welcome to Talk Fluent English, the place where English becomes real, natural, and useful. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Talk Fluent, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally and confidently.
That's right. I'm Kamal.
And I'm Nora, and today we have a super practical topic for you.
Oh, yes. Today we're talking about work and career.
Work, one of the most common topics in conversation. You know, when you meet new people, they always ask, "What do you do?"
Exactly. It's like the second or third question after what's your name and where are you from?
So true. And many English learners feel nervous about this question because they don't know how to answer properly.
Right. They know what they do, but they don't know how to say it in English clearly.
Exactly. So today, we'll teach you how to talk about your job, your career goals, your daily tasks, and even how to make small talk about work.
And this is useful for everyone, whether you're a student, an employee, a business owner, or even unemployed and looking for a job.
Yes, because everyone needs to talk about work at some point in job interviews, at networking events, or just casual conversations.
So, if you're ready to sound more professional and confident when talking about your career, this episode is for you.
Let's dive in. So, Kamal, what's the most common question people ask about work?
That's easy. What do you do? That's the number one question.
Right, and it sounds so simple, but many learners overthink it.
I know they want to give the perfect answer and they freeze up.
Exactly, but the answer is actually very simple. You just say, I'm a plus your job title, like I'm a teacher, or I'm a doctor, or I'm an engineer.
Perfect. Notice she said I'm a, not I work as a.
Yes, I'm a teacher sounds more natural than I work as a teacher in casual conversation.
Right, both are correct, but I'm a is simpler and more common.
Exactly. Now, what if you want to give more details? You can add where you work.
Oh, yes, like I'm a teacher at a high school or I'm a nurse at City Hospital.
Perfect. And you can also add what kind of company, like I'm a software engineer at a tech company.
Nice. So the formula is I'm a plus job title plus at plus place or company type.
Exactly. Simple and clear. Now, what if someone asks, what do you do, and you're a student?
Good question. You can say I'm a student and then add what you're studying.
Yes, like I'm a student, I'm studying computer science at the university.
Or I'm a medical student if you want to be more specific.
True. Now, here's a tricky one. What if you're between jobs? What do you say?
That's a sensitive topic for some people.
It is, but it's nothing to be embarrassed about. You can say, I'm currently looking for a job, or I'm between jobs right now.
Those sound professional and honest.
Exactly. Or if you're taking time off, you can say, I'm taking some time off to focus on, and then mention what you're doing.
Like I'm taking some time off to focus on my family or to learn new skills.
Perfect. See, there's always a good way to answer. Now, let's talk about describing what you actually do at work.
Oh, yes, this is important because after someone asks, what do you do? They usually ask, so what does that involve? Or what's your typical day like?
Exactly. They want details, so you need to know how to describe your daily tasks.
Right, and for this, we use the simple present tense, like I teach students, or I design websites, or I manage a team.
Perfect. Those are all simple, clear descriptions. Let's practice more examples.
Okay, if you're a salesperson, you might say, I sell products to customers, or I meet with clients.
Good. If you're a chef, you say, I prepare meals or I create new recipes.
If you're a driver, you say, I deliver packages, or I transport goods.
Excellent. See, everyone? Just use simple verbs. Teach, design, sell, prepare, deliver.
And you can make it more interesting by adding details, like I teach English to young children, instead of just saying I teach.
Yes, specifics make your answer more engaging. Now, what about when you want to talk about your responsibilities?
Oh, good point. You can say I'm responsible for plus the task or area.
Like, I'm responsible for customer service, or I'm responsible for managing the budget.
Exactly. Or you can say I'm in charge of, which means the same thing.
In charge of sounds a bit more powerful, like you're the boss of that area.
True, it does sound more authoritative.
Okay, let's talk about something fun. how do you describe a busy day at work?
Oh, this is a common conversation topic. You can say, I had a really busy day today, or it was hectic.
Hectic. I love that word. It means very busy and a bit chaotic.
Yes, like when everything is happening at the same time.
Exactly. You can also say, I was swamped with work, which is a fun expression.
Wait, swamped? Like a swamp with water?
Yes, it's like you're drowning in work, too much to do.
That's a great visual. I was swamped with emails today.
Perfect example. And if it's the opposite, if you had a slow day, you can say, it was a quiet day, or not much happened today.
Or it was pretty slow today, which means not much work came in.
Exactly. Now let's talk about career goals. This is super important, especially for job interviews.
Oh, yes, interviewers always ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what are your career goals?
Oh, that question. It's so common, but so hard to answer.
I know, but we'll make it easy. You can use the phrase, I'd like to, plus your goal.
Like, I'd like to become a manager, or I'd like to start my own business.
Perfect. Or you can say, my goal is to, like, my goal is to improve my skills in marketing.
Great. And if you want to sound more ambitious, you can say, I'm working towards, like, I'm working towards a promotion.
Nice. Working towards shows you're actively doing something, not just dreaming.
Exactly. It shows action. Now, what about talking about past work experience?
Good question. For past jobs, we use past tense. I worked at or I used to work at.
Right. Like, I worked at a bank for 3 years, or I used to work in customer service.
And if you want to say why you left, you can say I decided to or I wanted to.
Like, I decided to pursue a new opportunity, or I wanted to change careers.
Exactly. Always keep it positive. Don't say I hated my boss, even if it's true.
No, never say that in a professional setting.
Right. Even if you left because of problems, focus on what you're moving towards, not what you're running away from.
That's great advice. Okay, let's talk about skills. How do you describe your skills in English?
You can say I'm good at plus the skill, like I'm good at problem solving or I'm good at working with people.
Or, I have strong skills in, like, I have strong skills in data analysis.
Nice. And if you're learning something new, you can say I'm developing my skills in or I'm improving my.
Perfect. Like, I'm developing my skills in graphic design, or I'm improving my communication skills,
Exactly. It shows you're always learning and growing.
which employers love to hear.
So true. Okay, let's talk about workplace relationships. How do you describe your coworkers?
Oh, good topic. You can say, I work with a great team, or my colleagues are very supportive.
Colleagues is a formal word for coworkers, right?
Yes, in professional settings, we say colleagues. In casual conversation, coworkers is fine too.
Got it. What if you want to talk about your boss?
You can say, my manager is very understanding, or my boss is supportive and helpful.
And what if your boss is not so great?
Then you say something neutral, like, we have different working styles, or just change the subject.
Diplomatic answer.
Always be professional. You never know who's listening.
Good point. All right, let's talk about work-life balance. This is a popular topic these days.
Yes, everyone wants good work-life balance. You can say, I try to maintain a good work-life balance, or I make sure to separate work and personal time.
Nice. And if you're struggling with it, you can say, I'm working on finding better balance, which is honest but positive.
Exactly. Now, what about working hours? How do you describe your schedule?
You can say, I work 9 to 5, which means 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the traditional office hours.
Or I work full-time, which usually means 40 hours per week, or I work part-time, which is less than that.
Right. And some people say, I work flexible hours, or I work from home if they have that option.
Work from home became super common after the pandemic.
So true. Now everyone knows what remote work means.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about challenges at work. How do you describe work problems professionally? Exactly. Okay, let's talk about challenges at work. How do you describe work problems professionally?
Good question. You want to be honest, but not too negative. You can say, I'm facing some challenges with, or I'm working through some difficulties with.
Like, I'm facing some challenges with time management, or I'm working through some difficulties with a project.
Perfect. It acknowledges the problem but shows you're actively dealing with it.
Yes, and you can add, but I'm learning a lot to keep it positive.
Turn every problem into a learning opportunity.
Exactly. That's the professional mindset. Now, let's talk about achievements. How do you talk about your successes without sounding like you're bragging?
Ooh, this is tricky. You want to be proud but humble at the same time.
Right. You can say, I'm proud that or I was able to, like, I was able to increase sales by 20%.
Nice. Using facts and numbers makes it sound professional, not boastful.
Exactly. Or you can say, I had the opportunity to, which sounds humble, like, I had the opportunity to lead a major project.
That's good. It sounds like you appreciate the chance, not just showing off.
Yes, gratitude mixed with achievement.
Perfect combination. All right, let's talk about networking. How do you make small talk about work at events?
Great topic. At networking events, you can ask, what brings you here? Or, how did you get into your field?
Those are good conversation starters, not too personal, but interesting.
Exactly. And you can ask, how long have you been in this industry? Or, what do you enjoy most about your work?
I love that last one. It's positive and lets people talk about their passion.
Right. People love talking about what they enjoy.
And it's much better than asking, do you like your job, which might get a negative answer.
So true. Always frame questions positively.
Okay, let's talk about job hunting. What phrases do you need when you're looking for a job?
You can say, I'm looking for opportunities in, plus your field, like, I'm looking for opportunities in marketing.
Or I'm actively seeking a position as, like, I'm actively seeking a position as a project manager.
Actively seeking sounds very professional, great for cover letters.
Exactly. And you can say, I'm open to, like, I'm open to freelance work, or I'm open to relocating.
Perfect. It shows flexibility, which employers like.
And if someone asks if you're happy at your current job when you're actually job hunting, what do you say?
Tricky question. You can say, I'm exploring new opportunities, or I'm considering my options.
Haha, that's diplomatic. It doesn't say yes or no.
Exactly. Never badmouth your current employer, even if you're desperate to leave.
Good rule. All right, let's talk about salary. How do you discuss money professionally?
Ooh, this is a sensitive topic. In interviews, if they ask about salary expectations, you can say, I'm looking for something in the range of plus the amount.
Or, based on my research and experience, I'm targeting, which sounds professional.
Yes. And if you're not comfortable giving a number, you can say, I'm flexible on salary, depending on the overall compensation package.
Smart, because compensation includes benefits, not just salary.
Exactly. Health insurance, vacation time, retirement plans, all of that matters.
Great point. Now, what about asking for a raise at your current job?
Ooh, that's scary for many people.
I know, but it's important. You can say, I'd like to discuss my compensation, or I'd like to talk about my career progression.
Those sound professional, not aggressive, just clear about your intentions.
Right. And then you present your case. I've been here for X years, I've achieved Y results, and I believe my compensation should reflect that.
Look at you being all professional.
I've had this conversation before.
I can tell. All right, let's do some practice. I'll give you situations and we'll practice responses.
Perfect. I love practice time.
Okay, situation one. Someone at a party asks you, what do you do? And you're a graphic designer. How do you answer?
Easy. I'm a graphic designer. I create visual content for marketing campaigns.
Excellent. You gave your title and what you do. Now, situation two. You're in a job interview and they ask, why did you leave your last job?
I was looking for new challenges and opportunities to grow my skills in a different environment.
Perfect. Positive and forward looking. Situation three. A colleague asks, how's work going? And you've been really busy. What do you say?
It's been pretty hectic lately. We're in the middle of a big project, but it's going well.
Great. You acknowledged being busy but stayed positive. Now, situation 4. You're networking and want to connect with someone. What do you say?
I really enjoyed talking with you. Would you like to connect on LinkedIn?
Perfect. Professional and friendly.
Thank you. Okay, my turn. Situation 5. Someone asks your career goals. What do you say?
I'd like to develop my leadership skills and eventually move into a management role.
Excellent. Clear goal and shows ambition. Situation 6. You're asked, what's your greatest strength?
I'm really good at problem solving. I enjoy analyzing challenges and finding creative solutions.
Nice. Specific skill with an example of how you apply it.
Thanks. Okay, situation 7. Someone asks, do you work well under pressure?
Yes, I actually thrive under pressure. I'm good at prioritizing tasks and staying focused even when things get hectic.
Beautiful answer. You said yes and explained how.
I've been to a few job interviews.
I can tell. All right, everyone, let's do a quick review. What are the most important phrases for talking about work?
Great question. First, for your job, I'm a plus job title.
Second, for your tasks, I'm responsible for, or I plus simple present verbs.
Third, for your career goals, I'd like to or my goal is to.
Fourth, for past work, I worked at or I used to work in.
And fifth, for skills, I'm good at or I have strong skills in.
Perfect summary. And remember, everyone, when talking about work, always be professional, positive, and specific.
Yes, don't complain too much, don't be too vague, and don't badmouth previous employers.
The 3 don'ts of work talk.
Exactly. You know, Nora, I think our listeners are going to sound so professional after this episode.
I hope so. Talking about work is such an important skill, not just for job interviews, but for everyday life.
So true. You never know when you might meet someone who could help your career.
Exactly. Every conversation is an opportunity to make a good impression.
That's a great way to think about it. All right, everyone, we want to hear from you. Practice these phrases this week and tell us how it goes.
Yes, and if you have questions about work vocabulary or career phrases, send us a message.
We love hearing from our listeners. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Talk Fluent.
Share it with your friends who are learning English or looking for jobs.
We release new episodes every week to help you speak English naturally and confidently.
What topic should we cover next? Job interview tips, business English, phone conversations?
Let us know in the comments. We're here to help you succeed.
All right, before we go, Kamal, I have to say you did a great job explaining everything today.
Thank you, Nora. You were really good at breaking down complex topics into simple phrases.
Ah, thanks. We make a good team.
We really do.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Remember, practice makes perfect.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep talking.
Until next time.
Bye.